When it comes to technology like iPods, PSPs, laptops and mobile phones, essentially all electronic equipment is the same. The drive to customize your favorite piece of electronic equipment is nothing new, and the latest development in this area, or latest fad, are designer skins that people are using to individualize their tech toys. Joining me in studio is Evan Glemstad from the Novia Group to chat to us about this new tech fad. Nevin, I hope I got your name right.
It's Evan.
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 But the surname.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool, great.
That's okay.
And now, tell us a bit more about what is a skin?
Well, a skin is pretty much something that you would put on virtually any gadget, any electronic device can be customized with skins. You can choose any sort of design, really, and you can customize it. You put on whatever you want on your device. It's now reclaimed again, so it's your device rather than the manufacturer deciding how your device should look.
Now, why do people get a skin for their equipment?
I would say the main reason is because when you look at these, they all look the same. I mean, when you look at laptops, there's pretty much everything looks the same. Either it's silver or it's black, anything. But I mean, you have these specialized ones, but usually they're priced way out of the normal user's budget. Now, if someone wants a laptop, maybe about 6,000, 7,000 rands. They don't need anything powerful, but they still want something that looks cool. That's when they go for this, because it's a very cheap way of modifying your technology.
Now, the skin, the actual material used to make a skin is sort of 3M technology?
That's correct, that's correct. This is something that we imported ourselves from the States. It's custom made just for this, for making skins. So it's not your off-the-shelf stuff. It's very easy to put on. I mean, that was our first requirement when we started this. When we first looked into it, we decided it has to be so easy to put on that anyone can do it.
Put it on. Yeah. Well, what happens if somebody doesn't like their design anymore? It's a photo of their ex-girlfriend.
Well, if it's a photo like that, because I mean, you can get anything on here. You can get your photos, you can get your kid's photo, your dog's photo, your boyfriend's photo. Now, if you do that and you decide you don't want to have it on there anymore, you just simply peel it off. It doesn't peel off by itself, but if you decide to pull it off, it does come off.
How big is this industry, I mean, in financial terms, overseas or internationally?
Overseas, it's in the States alone, it's worth about $10 million a year, the industry right now, and it's growing phenomenally. And that's, I mean, if you look at it, it's $10 million worth of stickers every single year, and it's growing.
What device is most popular if you want to put a skin on it?
Currently in South Africa, what we found is the most popular is the iPod, and then also the laptops. Mostly the laptops that look boring, so to speak, but what surprised us is also these devices that look very fancy. They're like shiny, black, diamond type, but they're scratched so easily. And then people put them on so that they won't scratch, you know, they'll look nice in a year's time or 5 years' time.
And when it comes to skins, what skins are quite popular? Any particular colors or particular designs?
It's all over the place. I mean, that's the strength that we have as MySkins, is that we have 500 different designs in our database right now, but then you can also upload your own photo, as I said, so you can get
have
anything.
It done.
Yeah.
And is there a practical sort of application of this apart from it looking good? I mean, you said that it sort of protects it a bit.
The anti-scratch is one thing. It protects your device. Like, for example, your PlayStation Portable. It does scratch quite easily. It's that shiny kind of finish. Now, after a year or so, when someone's been using it, it does look a bit tacky. So when you put on a skin, first of all, if you do it when it's new, it'll look very, very good after 2 years, for example. Okay. But also, if it looks bad now, you put on a skin and it looks brand new again.
Okay, very cool. And I mean, you've kind of given us a bit of an example. You surprised me here with an interesting design that you made up, that you brought along here. But also companies using them almost like a mobile billboard at times.
That's correct. Like Stanlib, for example, they took their normal billboard that they just came out with, and they put it on all their employees' laptops, so that now all their employees are walking around with a Stanlib mini billboard, and they can show this off to anyone. And it's also for when they're not working, when they're sitting in a coffee shop, when they're sitting anywhere. And this thing, for a laptop, it costs about 250 rands. Now, if you boil that down, it's less than 10 rands a month if you have it on for 3 years. Now, that's a very cheap form of advertising. You're not going to get that cheap advertising anywhere.
Fantastic. Now, I mean, it looks like quite interesting stuff. And what kind of stuff do people send through if they personalize it? I mean, what is it?
Kids and husbands, wives, things like that. Also dogs, have we seen. So,
a lot of dogs?
Some dogs, yeah. I haven't seen many cats. strangely enough. Mostly dogs. So.
But no other animals, horses, hamsters?
No, there was one horse, actually.
One horse?
There was one horse, yeah.
Very nice. And does it damage the unit at all if you actually take it off? I mean, is it quite strong stick or not really?
It doesn't damage it at all.
Okay.
That's the whole idea as well, is that you can change these. I mean, if you get tired of a skin, take it off, put on a new one. It doesn't leave any residue, any glue, any stickiness behind, so it's very easy to change like that.
Interesting. Well, thanks all for coming in and chatting to us about this trend.
Thank you for having me, Alex.